Welcome to Wrestling in 60, a show where we present the best matches from around the country's premier wrestling conference, the Big Ten. We begin with our pick at number 7.
Carter Young coming to Maryland after 4 seasons at Oklahoma State. Was a 2-time national qualifier for the Cowboys in 2022 and 2023. Down at 141, he placed at the Big 12s both those years. It's his 3rd season now up at 149. What intrigues you about this matchup, Jim?
Well, Carter Young has got a great single leg and a great finish. And he's just a guy that's struggled in the bottom position throughout his career, but he's been able to go ahead, get to legs all the time, and is a good finisher right here. So it really was the match I was looking forward to in this dual meet. And there you see Young getting to the far ankle. If he gets to that leg, he'll get to the far ankle as well. He'll score. So an opportunity for him to stay tough in the top position. You don't want to give up anything too quickly because that's where he's struggled in his career. So interested to see how he's looking to improve in his senior season. He's capable of becoming an All-American. Coming out of high school, he was 3rd on the ladder, right? In the National Open in freestyle here. So just wasn't able to put it together in Stillwater.
2021, you're referring to the World Team Trials. He was 3rd. He beat Seth Gross.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And he was originally going to go to Northwestern, ultimately went to Stillwater. He's up 3-1 here, 145 in the first. And Zargo's off to a great start as he's looking to beat that shoulder. Zargo 10-1, 9-0 in duels, coming off a really nice win.
Action got us.
We'll see Zargo take some territory here. Hard collar tie. Good snap down effort there by Young.
Wrestle center.
Like Young, Zargo began his career at 141. In 2024, Zargo over 20 wins. He made some big strides. Coming off a redshirt season.
Out. Action got us there. Center here. Neutral.
Relax. 2-on-1 for the Badger. There's a half shot from Young. Into a front headlock. Wrestling on the edge with 25 to go in this first period.
That's the loudest.
Red.
Yeah. That's one of the louder times you've heard the crowd, and it bought themselves a stall warning on Carter Young with the lead.
Ankle. 1, 2, 3.
He's doing some good things there, Jim.
Yeah, the thing you got to respect about Alex Clemson, and resources or whatever limitations are.
One green escape.
He has high expectations. He expects a lot for the American program. Here's Zargo here. Front headlock, has an opportunity to go behind. Switches off to a double leg here. You see the reach of Young. He's in a better position now to be able to score.
Look at this.
Yeah, just with a switch.
Now groove.
Was that impressive
Drop down.
from
1,
Caleb Young? I mean, he looked like he was dead to rights,
3,
Jim.
He would hit that switch
4.
right there.
He's off of it.
Now a 6-2 lead for Young. On the staff of head coach Alex Clemson, Nick Bruschetta. He was an All-American at Virginia Tech. Got Ethan Laird, an All-American at Ryder, and Cole Matthews was an All-American for Keith Gavin at Pitt.
Controls red.
Zargo to his feet, and Young drives him out of bounds, and that's going to be a stall call.
1. Ankle. 1, 2. He's off.
Mississippi uniforms right there. The little touch there. It looks great with the black.
Riding time over a minute for Carter Young. 45 seconds in the second period. Zargo edges a little bit closer. It's a 2-point match here in the second period. Ranked matchup here at 149.
Wrestle center.
Zargo goes back to that 2-on-1.
Wrestle center here.
Young's got to be careful here. This match, he's kind of kept his rear end right at the edge.
You got the line.
Short time, 10 seconds.
Action.
Out of bounds.
Neutral. 1 red escape.
So Zargo
We're going to
will
start
give
neutral.
the escape and we'll go neutral. 7-6. Again, Carter Young has that riding time at 119.
7-4 score. Now, good job of turning the corner there by Young. He's got an opportunity to finish this up. He can get his head up.
Danger green, 1.
You hear that danger count.
Improve.
Zargo gets out of that
3,
criteria, but Carter Young scores another takedown, and he opens this match up.
Drop down. 1. He's out.
This has been a really good performance for Carter Young.
Ankle,
Yeah,
1.
it has. It's just,
2.
You know, he's got the offensive techniques
Green
down.
Ankle, 1, 2.
And that drop down count once again. If it hits 5, it's an automatic stall call. But they can hit these guys for stalling at any point.
Yeah, right now with the
Ankle,
riding
1,
he's being able to do, that's you know,
3, 4.
riding time has been secured,
5.
so it's effectively an 11-4 score.
Red star.
Stall call on Carter Young. So Zargo doing a nice job keeping those ankles of Carter Young. He can't really do much there.
You're on, Red.
Okay, so
got the riding time locked up, so he's up by 6.
it's down to
1.
and
Just
get the count again.
Keeping forward pressure.
Hey, can't give up a stall. Red's control.
The reach of Young has really been impressive on this thing. He stays with him. It's a 10-6 score. 11-6
seconds left.
11-6 effectively, so Zargo needs 2 takedowns at least. Gives up another star on it. Be a lot of trouble here. Down in a better position with the front headlock. But see how Young was kind of a little crafty right there. Gave up a little bit of space.
Oh, look at that from Joe Zargo. But it's going to be a little bit too late. Even if he does score here, no takedown awarded. 11-6 with the riding time points. So Carter Young on the weekend. Nice win at Northwestern. And now this Sunday comes to Madison and defeats Joe Zargo. Now 6-1 on the season.
That's life in the Big Ten.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at our pick at number 6. Had a great season, was 26-5, third at the Big Tens. And a national runner-up as a 6th seed, fell to Carter Strachey 2-0. And he won 4 straight 4-1 matches in sudden victory to make that final. And wasting no time, 15 seconds in, Jim, hunting down a single.
Yeah, Welsh basically not able to go ahead and come close to even countering that. Did a great job of getting to his feet. Rocco Welsh, once again. Now you mentioned that 3 straight 4-1 overtime win. That's being gritty.
Yes, it is.
And he's you know, we watched him develop as a freshman. Had a lot of great matches for the Bucks there, and obviously becoming a runner-up, and then transferring here, sitting out here. So he's had a year working with a lot of guys in this room that are pretty darn good.
Cartagena Walsh, a redshirt sophomore from Ocean Township, New Jersey, state placer at Ocean High School. Solid. Won over 20 matches last season. Walsh once again double leg in the finish to make it 6-1.
Now, that was a great job of not only getting to the leg here, but getting back up to his feet, and then he popped his hips in really well. You know, the range that Cartagena Walsh has, sometimes it's tough to lift those, longer, taller guys here. You can't quite get your hips in the right place to lift. But Walsh did a really good job of stepping in and popping his hips in at the right time.
Cartagena Walsh, 8th at the Big Tens. Last March, he went to the national tournament as a 16 seed, went 2-2 in Philly. 14-2 this season, won a Midlands title. Had that wild match that we saw here on the Big Ten Network with his former teammates, Brian Soldano, now at Oklahoma. That was a 9-6 win for the Sooner. That was a lot of fun to call that match. It was a wild match.
It was a wild match, and it kind of decided it for the Sooners here. But I was impressed with Cartagena Walsh there. He really had I thought he was doing a great job in it, and found himself kind of in a tough situation. Almost scored, right? Kind of a controversial end of that match, and then the Sooner got the takedown late.
45.
45 seconds left. Welsh in position now for his third takedown, and the Nittany Lion, he secures 3 more, and that takedown takes riding time over 60 seconds.
And that was just one where Rocco was able to go ahead and just out-hustle a little bit right there, get to a corner, drop back in on a leg, finished on the inside of the leg, kind of clubbed the head. Pretty easy finish. Short time like this,
Still in.
don't expect Welsh to give anything easy.
3, 4. We're out. Oh yeah. 1 green.
You see the constant pressure that Welsh really has. Inside collar ties.
Got 35. Put a
It's like
couple
a
together.
finger tie right there, get their finger clasping going on right there, kind of slows both guys up. But he's able to go ahead and get to that leg, that right lead leg of Cartagena-Walsh a couple times. There he is, back on it again. Now he split his grip. He's going to switch off to a double. Tries to stay in balance. It's pretty close, but out of takedown.
Still neutral.
A big tournament in Pittsburgh back in 2019 with
1 red,
the
neutral.
national champions Nick Soriano and Anthony Ashnell, 2 super successful New Jersey high school wrestlers. And this last week, an exciting time for Rutgers' Anthony Knox, announcing that he will wrestle for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, that's a big-
4-time state champ from St. John Vianney, I believe.
Yeah, that's a big win for those Scarlet Knights here. You know, you've got to have the talent. They can go ahead and continue to capture a lot of those in-state guys that want to go there. You know, what a great environment there that, you know, Jersey Mike's Arena is.
One of our favorite places.
Really, it is. It's just a great place. The fan base is knowledgeable, you know, so it's a, you know, it's a great, you know, it's so fortunate to be able to wrestle in my home state. And that's a big deal to be able to have the ability to go ahead and do that. I'm sure that was part of why Rocco Welsh came back to Penn State, that being a Pennsylvania guy. Just makes a difference.
Straight on shot, no angle, right into those big-time hips of Rocco Welsh.
Got his grip split there. We'll see how he tries to lift this.
Cartagena Welsh, the hip was stalling a couple of times, and now he gets hit again. So that's the second point for Welsh with that high pace. Taking territory. Now 12-3. The riding time is locked up.
Action. No, timeout. On the line. Set.
Again. 15. 10 seconds. Roll it.
Convincing victory for Rocco Welsh with the riding time 13-3. The Nittany Lion wins it by 10. Now let's take a look at our pick at number 5.
Now let's see if Joseph Zargo can continue the momentum for the Badgers against Ryder Block, who's been having a heck of a season up to this point.
Ryder Block has exploded onto the affray this year. After last year, you know, I don't know how much if people were expecting this, but the consensus in the room has been like, oh, we've known this has been a long time coming.
Here's a quick attack here by Zargo, but Block able to battle out of it and stay on his feet. Ryder Block, a sophomore, 6-1 this season. Picked up a pin against Cade Craig of Utah Valley at the Journeyman Wrestling Uncivil War. He has the single leg of Zargo. Sweep single, covers up on top for 3 points.
Beautiful trip of the leg, great finish. Zargo was giving him enough space where he couldn't turn the knee to the inside and run through him. And Block's reach with his legs, able to get the trip and the takedown. He's definitely exploded into potential All-American contender when it reaches March. Potentially more. Nice mat return there from Block. Block, he's currently on a 4-match winning streak with that last loss. His only loss on the season coming to Ethan Stiles, or number 4 ranked Ethan Stiles of Ohio State, 3-2 back at the national duels.
And that is really when I feel like this season fans started to recognize Ryder Block, was at that national duels. Picked up a win against 6th ranked Josh Edmond, picked up a win against 3rd ranked Casey Swiderski of Oklahoma State. I mean, he had a massive national duels, which really put him into the national spotlight.
Absolutely. There's no better place to thrive than on the national spotlight, on the national stage. And Ryder Block went down to Tulsa, Oklahoma and made a name for himself. So it's not like the Iowa offense isn't there, but Wisconsin has done an equally stellar job of shot defense.
Block starting down in the second period.
Actually, looking at my notes here, he has wrestled 10 matches this year, being 9-1. All 9 of his wins came by bonus point victories. Nice switch into the leg to get the reversal here for Block.
Now a 4-point lead for Ryder Block.
Block, he's got 3 bonus point victories in among this 4-match winning streak, including a pinfall win in his last match against Cade Craig of Utah Valley back at Journeyman Uncivil War.
Zargo can't find a shot. Block brings him up high. Zargo back in. Now Block back in on the re-attack on the edge of the mat. Can he drag him back into the circle?
Ooh, that reshot was pretty on the edge of the mat there from Ryder Block, getting in deep on that single leg. He's got to elevate it, try to drag him back in. Zargo going to whizzer down hard. Maybe try to wrestle for a stalemate here.
Block back to his feet with 30 seconds left. Zargo trying to drag him out. Block just hanging on.
He's trying to work up the back here, dragging his toes. Eventually realizes, okay, this is just going to be a stalemate. Might as well bring my feet out. And again, we've seen it. Zargo, beautiful defense on the edge of the mat, good mat awareness. Gives up the shot, lets Block get in deep on the leg, but doesn't give up the 3.
Zargo looking for that right leg. Block fires through the double leg, but Zargo able to sprawl out.
Look for a potentially 3rd escape here from Zargo to get back in it, but then he needs to get to his offense and get a takedown.
We need a mic on Terry Brands. That's what we need. We could kind of hear him through our headsets.
Maybe
Zargo.
Maybe not on him because he might throw it.
Yeah.
But like near his chair, because I never see him sit down.
No. They have a chair there for him, but he doesn't use it. Zargo brings it back to the 2-point match. Block trying to sprawl out of this attack from Zargo. That'll lead to a stalemate, back to their feet.
Zargo did a good job of transitioning to that single leg, similar to how Block did. Shot initially a double, but then transitioned to that single leg.
Zargo trying to work down toward the legs, has the left leg of Block, 3-point takedown. Joseph Zargo, a massive takedown in the 3rd period.
And now that he's on top, that minute that Ryder Block did have a riding time is now underneath. Look, expect a tough ride here from Joseph Zargo. If Block can get out, it'll be tied.
Here we go, tied at 6, 50 seconds remaining. Massive takedown by Zargo. Can Ryder Block fight back? Edge of the mat wrestling.
All of the momentum right now is with Joseph Zargo after picking up that last takedown. And look at him. He gets back to that center so quickly. Block maybe taking a little bit of time to catch his breath. He has to be careful, though. A ref could call that a stall warning.
Snap down by Block. Heavy on the head, 30 seconds remaining.
This comes down to a battle of wills right here. All that hard work in the practice room. This is where it pays off. tied match with 20 seconds left in the third period.
Block staying heavy on the head. Back to his feet. 10 seconds remaining.
Zargo stalking Block to the edge of the mat. He gets in on a single leg.
Sudden victory, tied at 6. First one to score will win the match.
Riding time not a factor here. Zargo has him in a front headlock. That's how he got his takedown last time. Was just, tried to go with a duck under. Now in a scramble situation on the edge of the mat. We stay neutral.
Trying to get behind their 149-pounder.
Carver doesn't get loud on accident. They can tell when something's gonna happen.
Block able to battle out of that attack from Zargo. Blocked in on a single leg. Zargo spins around and has the leg himself. Spins on top of Ryder Block, who still has that leg of Zargo wrapped up.
That's the only reason Zargo doesn't have the takedown, is because Block is holding on to that leg.
This will be a tough position.
Oh, there's
Zargo.
They call a takedown.
Wow, Joseph Zargo, 3-point takedown and sudden victory. And the Wisconsin Badgers have stunned this Carver Hawkeye crowd.
I have not heard Carver this quiet.
Now let's take a look at our pick for number 4.
Gioffre against Roberts here. Gioffre didn't wrestle in the first semester. He had to wrestle unattached after transferring from Virginia. Had a great Midlands tournament all the way to the finals. And as you said, with the 15-6 score, now the Illini have to be flawless in these next 4 matches.
So this is Gioffre's first start in duels, as the Illini used Will Basinger and Danny Ninny in the fall semester. But Midlands went 4-1.
Had a great Midlands tournament. And he also wrestled in the Michigan State Open, then he wrestled an Open out in California as well. I know that Coach Hunter was excited to get him back into the lineup as a transfer. Got all of his academics squared away, and here he is making his first Big Ten start, Michael Gioffre, and in a very, very important match, because can't make no mistakes in these next 4 matches.
Yeah, now the Illini need to run the table here if they want to stay in the meet. But Roberts is a veteran too, a redshirt senior. 4-3 on the year. He lost to North Dakota State's Max Peterson more than a month ago.
And a career record of 52-26. I mean, he's got, over 75 matches, in the history. So he's a veteran. He knows how to get it done. Yori Volk was good. And then Bombar was dominant. Let's see if Gioffre can get away here, get back to his feet. Right back to that leg defense. Michael working hands here, and the theory is he's got opposite hand, inside elbow, trying to get inside control before you stand up. But Drew Roberts, the longer wrestler, Michael's got to get inside underneath that leg. He's trying to turn his hips back into him. But he turns too soon. Roberts will just keep scooting.
Roberts has more than a half minute of riding time now. And there we go. Well, the first point goes to Gioffre.
And it's a little, and Gioffre, a nice little ankle pick shot there. Got to reach for that far hip.
Gioffre still with the ankle and hasn't been able to get past that.
And this is where Michael struggles a little bit, because he is not a very long 49-pounder. Short and stocky. Needs to keep him on the mat here. Be patient. Be patient here.
Did he get it? He did. In a near must-win bout, Gioffre gets the takedown, and he's got a toe in still. Now they're out.
As we talked about, they need to be flawless here. A nice little sit-out, reach for the head. And just as I say, Roberts looked tired, a flurry of action.
Don't project our own age onto them.
Yeah. Interesting here. This is not a position Michael needs to be in with the longer Roberts. He needs to stay away. Basically, wrestle in space. Look for that little pick again on Roberts' right leg.
Tried for it there.
Michael looking for that underhook offense here. Nice
Come down
parry
to our
by
final 2 minutes.
Drew Roberts back to that little cell, reaching for the head again, little roll. Gioffre not having it. Nice claw ride.
Nothing else. Gioffre is going to erase the riding time of Roberts.
Roberts in a good position here, though. Can see that coming.
A reversal gives him a point.
And he's 4-3, and maybe looking to ride Michael here a little bit. But based on what I just seen here and how Roberts' savvy is on the bottom, if Michael gets back in that top position again, I would just cut him and let him go and wrestle this match on our feet. Roberts seems the most dangerous.
Bench wants 3. Minnesota gets it. And now it's swung in the Gophers' favor.
And that length by Drew Roberts is just huge there. He's looking to throw that leg in again.
Oh, I'm back here. You watch it.
33 seconds, and the key is here to get out before that riding time clicks in.
Yeah, just as it was almost gone, it's now piling up.
20 seconds to go. And Drew Roberts in control. He's got to get out in 10 seconds. Great job by Drew Roberts to get that riding time. And there it is, riding time. It's essentially a 2-point match.
Warning, red!
Minnesota just got a warning.
Now Gioffre's down, though. Gioffre needs a takedown.
Tied match, but he's got to get some control of it.
10 seconds. That riding time is the difference.
This is Minnesota's. Unless Gioffre can do something.
Drew Roberts locks up the riding time and pretty much secures the duel for Minnesota, unless there's some pins or bonus points. That was a match they needed. And Drew Roberts, the veteran, comes through.
Now, let's take a look at our pick for number 3. It's incredible, Jim, the success these guys are having at such young ages.
Yeah, I think the Penn State coaching staff would be the first to tell you that they're dealing with uber talented individuals that are coming up in this era of wrestling. It's amazing how much these guys have gotten to this level so quickly. The senior level from being a junior in high school, I mean, that's just pretty much unheard of here throughout the ages. But these guys are ready, and they've got bright futures ahead of them. You just wish the best of health so they can go ahead and complete what they're at, but they're also become targets as well. I mean, there's a lot of transitions that happen in college, and you got to make all of them depending on, if you're one of these talented guys, you come in with almost a target on your back even before you even accomplished anything at this level of wrestling. So
Dylan Shawver from Lorain, Ohio, Elyria. 3-time placer. He's been really good at Rutgers. 3-time national qualifier, over 20 wins, 3 seasons. Talked about that Big Ten title in 2024. Beat Dylan Ragusin of Michigan. Then went to Kansas City and finished 7th to become an All-American.
And Shawver's the type of guy that can, he can slow a match down. He's got some good shots of his own. And that's what you have to deal with here when you maybe come up here as a youngster. Maybe some of those opportunities that you got at the lower levels, you went out there and closed, quickly. You just can't be frustrated because the guy that you're wrestling is pretty skilled at being able to control ties and slow you down.
Shawver last season, 22 and 11. He was 6th at the Big Tens. Went to Philly, national tournament as a 10 seed. Lost in his opening round match, and then he won 3 straight overtime matches before ultimately falling in the blood round to Connor McGonigal of Virginia Tech. No score here, 50 seconds remaining in the first. What have you seen?
Yeah, a nice job by Blaze getting to a shot. He came to the bear hug there, but he wasn't able to pop his hips in, and Shawver did a nice job with the double overs there, basically slamming his foot down and getting back to the neutral position. No points in this first period would be a win for Shawver. having brothers that were in the sport with me, I think he would tell you this, that watching his brother in the NCAA finals was an important thing for him as well. I mean, that you saw the pictures of his successes and all that stuff, but watching his brother get an opportunity to make the NCAA finals is probably just as important in his development.
Talking about his brother Joey Blaze, who wrestles at Purdue, made that final last year at 157, fell to Antrell Taylor. He beat LJ Adaucho of Nebraska 8-2 last night. That was the Boilermakers' lone victory in that dual meet. Joey Blaze already this season won the Cliff Keenan Vegas, but you're right. Great wrestling family, a lot of success with Joey and now Marcus Blaze. And both those guys, Jim, be starting as true freshmen as well.
Still green, one right, neutral.
And there's an escape by Shawver.
Nice job with the elevator right there. He caught Blaze basically looking with his head on one side of the body. Get that little elevator technique.
45 seconds to go in this second period. Front headlock here for Blaze. Hard snap down, looking to hustle around and beat that shoulder. Oh, nice job there by Shawver, but Blaze, Jim, ultimately corrals and scores.
Yeah, it looked like Shawver was going to basically circle back out of that, going the opposite direction, but he picked the ankle right away and drove him over with that double leg.
As you would say, Jim, that was some good action.
It was. Yeah, what was Blaze doing? Trying to get to a corner, snap him down, get to a corner here. And basically Shawver tried to go the other direction, get out of it here, and walked right into an ankle pick.
And with that takedown, Blaze takes riding time over a minute. He is going to finish this period on top.
Set. One green, neutral.
And here's the discipline that you get from Blaze as well. Look how low he is in his stance. Chest over his knees, keeping his balance right there. Now right back to a ankle pick right there. Collar tied back to an ankle pick.
And I think he got another stall call there as well on that shot.
Yeah.
So that was a 4-point sequence there for Marcus Blaze. Looking for his 11th bonus point victory. Gives the escape.
And this is what's going to make him so tough at this level here. Look at the down blocking. Look how low he is.
How about this weight class, Jim, in the Big Ten? You have Lucas Bird, the reigning national champion. Ben Davino of Ohio State has been phenomenal. Drake Ayala, of course, great accolades. Zan Fugitt of Wisconsin, an All-American. And who knows, outside the Big Ten on the national side, Jax Forrest at Oklahoma State. How will that play out? 133 is going to be something in Cleveland.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's just, just in the Big Ten dual meet season here that we have here coming up. Now you've got a shin whizzer applied there, putting a lot of pressure on Shawver is trying to finish. Notice he's not trying to do too much with that shin whizzer. Just has it there, going to react to any type of finishing move that Shawver gives as they limps out. Kept his balance and then squared up with that limp arm. You could feel that coming.
One thing that bleeds through the screen, Jim, is his poise.
Yes, no question about it. But it all starts with where he's positioning himself. Just a
great level change.
Left-handed shot right there. Scoops the leg up, roll back through. Wasn't able to switch to a double, but she'll go ahead and try to shelf it right now on that right thigh. Try to slip that left arm across.
A takedown will give him the major decision. He gets it inside of 15 seconds. The riding time is locked up.
Special.
Marcus Blaze, the true freshman, improves to 11-0. All bonus point victories. His third major decision of the season. Let's take a look at our pick for number 2.
The sophomore Mento wrestling quite well this year.
Yeah, he's got a test in Bowman here, who's a 2-time NCAA qualifier and a 2-time Big Ten placer, coming 8th in both 2024 and 2025. He's 38 and 34 going into this year, currently at 50 and 38 overall, so he's having himself quite the year.
Brady Bowman as Mento gets around for the takedown. Brady Bowman, one of 5 Indiana natives with back-to-back qualifications in the past 2 years. Only 5 men from Indiana have done that. Big return attempt from Mento. And he'll let him go all square. 3-1, Mento with the go behind. Shot from Bowman. Stood right up.
Looks like there's something in the eye of Mento.
Could have been an eye poke, could have been a contact. I'm not sure if he wears glasses or not. I haven't seen him with any on.
Hard to lose a contact on a white mat.
Mento coming off a 10-1 major decision of a top 10 ranked opponent in Jared Sima, following his 4-1 win over Facundo of Oklahoma State. He's wrestling some of the best wrestling of Nebraska wrestlers at the moment, as he looks for another ranked win.
Mento was just such a welcome surprise for the Huskers last year. Nearly got that podium finish, but this year he's looking to flip the script. Start out Big Ten play very strong.
Yeah, he filled in for Bubba Wilson when he was injured, and he never gave the spot back. He proved to be quite a tough customer for other wrestlers, not only in the Big Ten, but in the National Championship Series. And he's kind of submitted kind of as the next big cornerstone piece of this Nebraska program. Don't be surprised if you see a number larger than 6 next to his name for a while. Mento will start on bottom, roll through, no resistance. As he will add that point to his deep shot from Bowman, straight to the butt, as he picks up 3 points on Mento, ties this one up right at 4. Mento almost saw some swipes there. Having a conversation with Mark Manning, and there's the swipes. Making sure you smell nice. No.
I didn't know that was a requisite either.
It's not. One escape for Mento, 6-5 the score. Purdue trying to put 2 results together for a back-to-back result. Well, there's still a lot of time left. A minute left in the second period. Shot attempt for Mento. He'll survive the sprawl and get in. He needs to get that arm across the other leg. Rollout attempt from Bowman. Seems kind of trapped, but he's got Mento's leg. I wonder if the ref's going to call something here on that ankle. Ref will let it play. 30 seconds to go. Still tight in this scramble. Mento trying to come up the backside. Nothing yet. He's still got the heel. There's the 3 points for Christopher Mento. Able to take advantage of that scramble. Bowman will get up. So as we head into the third period, it is one of the tightest bouts we've seen so far. Mento will start on top after Bowman deferred last period. See if he can put any shifts in at the return market. No, he can't. They'll stand up. 8-all. Bowman's got the experience of 2 NCAA tournaments to Mento's 1. No riding time factor. It's just straight 8s. And 55 seconds. Feels like they're feeling each other out for the final shot. Mento thought about something there. There's no. Crowd slowly starting to ramp up. $30 seconds.
It's now or never for both these wrestlers.
Mento looking to survive. Bowman looking to scalp. 20 seconds. They've slowed down considerably. Shot from Mento countered. He's going to try and go back to that go behind. Big double! Big double! For 3. 0.8 seconds on the clock. Not much there can be done here. As Mento gets it done. (11-8), he gets it done in a tough, tight match with Brady Bowman.
Now, let's take a look at our pick for number 1.
Here's the big ranked matchup, 133. 14th ranked Zan Fugitt and 3rd ranked Drake Ayala.
Like we talked about earlier, look for Fugitt to try to close the gap on Ayala. You know, this year really hasn't gone the way Ayala was expecting. Sitting at 4-3 on the season. Not the kind of 7-match start you'd expect out of the 2-time runner-up.
Still ranked within the top 5 and still definitely in the running for chasing down a national title. But with some of those unexpected losses, it certainly is not the start Hawkeye fans were expecting from Ayala, but has a chance here against Zan Fugitt to go out there and get another ranked win.
Indeed he does, and it'll help hopefully put Ayala back on the high horse or give him that confidence boost that he could be needing after, you know, being 4-3 heading into Christmas break.
This is his first match since that loss in Iowa State against 6th ranked at the time Evan Frost in an 11-5 decision.
In his 3 losses, that's who Ayala finds himself behind. Nice little go behind there from Fugitt to get the takedown on Ayala. He's now scored more points than he did in his last match against Ayala at Nationals last year.
Placed 4th at the NCAA Championships, finished 9th at the Big Tens. And Ayala trying to drag him out, and he does. We'll bring him back to center mat, but a quick start for Fugitt. A 3-0 lead after a takedown.
We saw them go to ultimate tiebreaker in that NCAA finals with Bird getting the win via riding time.
Ayala earns the escape.
We talked about Evan Frost. We talked about Lucas Bird, his other loss on the year to Ben Davino of Ohio State down at the national duels where he lost 10-4.
And Big Ten is the wrestling conference, so be able to put yourself with those top teams like the Iowas, like the Ohio States and the Penn States. That is nothing to sneeze at. This would be a massive statement for the Badgers if they're able to pick up a couple of big wins here in Iowa City.
Absolutely, escape point there for Ayala. Looked like he's trying to go around behind there.
Still staying on the attack. Great scramble from Fugitt to stay out of the takedown.
Absolutely beautiful defense. He bringing his hips with him, bringing his legs with him, not leaving anything behind for Ayala to grab onto. And with a minute left here in this second period, Ayala needing to find something. Got to find a takedown somewhere.
Under a minute remaining. Fugitt with 58 seconds of riding time. That first period of ride really helped Fugitt.
Indeed it did. Ayala still able to get out to avoid giving up the minute of riding time here.
Fugitt returns a shot. Ayala able to sprawl out. One more shot from Fugitt with 30 seconds remaining. Good sprawl by Ayala.
One thing Ayala, though, has to be careful of is all these shots from Fugitt. He's not really taking much of his own. He gets one, he takes a shot of his own there.
Nasir Bailey not in the lineup tonight for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Fugitt back to his feet. Has a 2-point lead here in the final period. Ayala going to work great. Spin around by Fugitt to stay out of the attack. We've seen some really good defense from the Badger.
He's looked absolutely stellar when it comes to his shot defense against the two-time runner-up.
Battling on the edge of the mat, they'll go out.
Couple stall calls to burn here. But Ayala, he's got to get to his offense.
1 minute remaining in the final period. Single leg driving forward. Fugitt sprawls out. Stays with the single leg, back to his feet. Drives forward. Covers up for 3 points. Drake Ayala takes his first lead of the match.
Absolutely beautiful shot. He worked it from an underhook.
This is a big 37 seconds for both of these wrestlers in their season. Fugitt tries to get back to his feet. Ayala hangs on to the leg.
And there's the stall warning.
They'll be on Fugitt. Ayala dragging him down to the mat. Spins around Fugitt.
Fugitt needs to drag that leg out of bounds. He's wasting precious time here.
Chris Bono in the Wisconsin Badger corner begging for a stall. No way! And they're going to award it.
They're going to award the escape point.
And Brands will throw the block.
I believe he's challenging loss of control, as Ayala had the leg the whole time.
So it was a 5-second count on the stall. So they gave Fugitt the escape and the stall call because the referee said there was a 5 count after the initial stall warning.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they went and reviewed it. The call is upheld. Expect stalling here from Fugitt. He has nothing. He doesn't even have a warning.
There it
and
is.
with 2 seconds left, they're not going to call another one on him. And a takedown there at the end for Fugitt.
Wow.
No takedown time was out.
They wiped it off.
But still,
wow.
That is still a huge win for Zan Fugitt.